On here in the Queen City, there's Tryon Street in uptown Charlotte, home of the Hornets. Welcome everyone to this 2K Sports broadcast from Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the Hornets. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA with Brent Barry, and nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kawhi Leonard has been a great defender from day one, but he has developed into an elite offensive player as well. Now, Greg Popovich says he basically tells me what he wants.
And they need him to be that way, D.A. Thank you, especially after Tim Duncan's retirement and Manu and TP getting older. This is Kawhi's team now, for sure. A lot of experienced veterans in tonight's game, which brings up a question, Brent. We often see freshmen dominate in college, but it usually takes years for someone to have that same domination in the pros. Why the difference?
I don't know, Kevin. You've been watching the last 4 or 5 years. Doesn't it feel like the young guys are coming in and doing damage right away?
I see them exactly. Their fingerprints have never been more bold and impactful than right now.
I agree. The last decade has shown some of the incredible talent and young talent that the league has been able to find, and they've come in and done a remarkable job with each of their opportunities.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for San Antonio, the defensive tandem of Green and Leonard outside. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Parker in at the point guard. Charlotte on D. And there's the pass to Gasol. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Gasol doing a great job, Kevin, working down low in the phone booth and just finding enough room to get that one to go.
And Walker kicks to Howard. Here's Monk. Good on the three-point shot.
And looking at this Charlotte roster, really the strength of it is their perimeter play. A good collection of dynamic playmakers and shooters from that point guard to small forward position. They are the bulk of this team's offensive threats.
Leonard, no luck.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Howard, that's good.
Howard establishing some confidence now down low. Just get him the ball and let him take care of business.
Greg, the Hornets were strong outside, but weak inside. I guess they've addressed that weakness, going for Dwight Howard.
Yeah, they went out and got what they felt could be an anchor on that front line. And listen, he's going to provide that rim presence that they lacked a season ago. The question is, can he also give them...
that
yeah. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another unleash chaos moment. Aldridge a screen. Knocked loose, stolen by Walker. The finish, and Walker throws it down.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Outside, Green, and they call an illegal screen here.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. He gets a little lazy about what it could be.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Cody Zeller's checked in for Howard. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Williams, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Monk. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Back to Mills. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Shoots over Walker. Mills can't hit.
Shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
And so it's Charlotte heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lit.
I always try to improve and get better.
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Such a great way to get yourself into an offensive groove and build up some early confidence.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Mills and Manu at the guards. Laverne out there with Anderson. And it's Gay in at the three. And the Spurs, Greg, one of the best defensive teams in the league for 2 seasons running.
And it's really all about execution. They seem to just move in concert and stay connected. No silly fouls. And with their length, nothing easy inside.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, "My mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end." Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game. Shots good by Laverne.
Well, at this point in his career, playmaking is Manu's strong point. Locates the open man there.
And Lamb kicks to Walker. Over Mills. Shots good by Walker. Walker's got his second bucket.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Ginobili outside. Puts up a three. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Kaminsky. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Mills kicks to Laverne. Gay outside. 13 feet away. And the Spurs scoring again.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
A second chance effort. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Williams has got 5 points so far. San Antonio's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Ginobili dishes to Anderson. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got 4 assists in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Kaminsky in the corner. Over in the corner, Lamb. Goes back up. And Kaminsky lays it up and in.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
Mills. It's a tie game in Charlotte. Stay with us.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq. Got Kenny the Jet Smith. We're taking a look at the Hornets. Shaq, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, Ernie, I'm not even a player anymore, but I'm not happy with the soft defense they had. Full of holes, allowing over 60% shooting. Ridiculous, fellas.
And that wraps up the...
Welcome back to Charlotte, the Duke Energy Center, the building in the foreground there. The third quarter now beginning. As we've seen, many teams play a little bit of a soft zone defensively. What's the best way, you think, Brent, to counteract that when you're trying to run your half-court offense?
Well, the best way to counteract anybody who's softening up on the backside of the zone is to overload that side of the court, Kevin. So now all of a sudden, if you make a shift with more players on one side of the floor, there's no way for 3 to cover 2 on the backside. That's where teams can gain incredible advantage.
Walker and Monk are the guard tandem. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Howard. And it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Green kicks to Parker. Sweet little floater.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Inside. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Dwight Howard.
Liking how Howard is playing down low tonight, commanding the rock and bullying whoever's guarding him. That's what you want from your big guy.
Aldridge a screen. Green kicks to Leonard. Shoots over Batum. That one doesn't go. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And just a year ago, it seemed that things were set in place for Howard, playing for his hometown team. But in a surprise trade, he was moved out to Charlotte.
And there seems to be a lot of reasons for the trade. I mean, Howard wasn't the right fit in Atlanta, a team trying to get smaller and younger. Never easy to get traded from your hometown team.
Walker against Parker. Wide open. Count that one. Parker's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Shoots over Batum. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Parker. 7 points for Kawhi Leonard. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
And yes, it's good. And the Hornets lead by 1.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And the Hornets making a change here. Zeller's checked in. Then for the Spurs, Gay comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Parker. Gay with it, now guarded by Monk. Nobody near Leonard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 10.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take. This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
Charlotte shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
Hard to deny many of the skills that Dwight Howard brings to the floor on a nightly basis. Not just a force on defense, but has those nights on offense where he can be imposing as well.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Spurs lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Let's get about 3 or 4 stops in a row. Let's get something put together defensively. Offense will take care of itself. Both teams.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Hornets trail by 3. Zeller with it. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Yeah, not sure. Maybe the pressure of the moment got to him there. A really careless error that might ultimately cost the team.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Murray and Green team up to make the backcourt. Rudy Gay is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Aldridge in at the center filling out the middle. Here's Murray. Yep, it counts. Murray's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for San Antonio.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Got that one up quick.
And so far, this has got that feel of a game that could be back and forth all the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised in the least. Both teams really struggling to maintain any sort of momentum.
Gay kicks to Aldridge. Over Zeller. It's deflected. And here we we go. Fast break. Kid Gilchrist has got it. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true. And here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Thing is, with these long strides of his, it's very difficult to defend Aldridge when he puts the ball on the floor.
Here's Gay. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, it's one of those nights where if a team down the stretch can get 1 or 2 stops, they may win it.
And a lot of scoring here late, but there hasn't been any defense to speak of.
Yeah, it's amazing. As well as both sides' offenses have performed tonight, we've seen very little effort on the other end.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Monks checked in for Frank Kaminsky. And it's Kemba Walker in for Jeremy Lamb. The Spurs also changing it up. Saul comes in for Rudy Gay. And Tony Parker is subbed in for DeJounte Murray. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Parker against Walker. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Parker kicks to Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's an important shot by Aldridge. He understands momentum is key at this point in the game.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
And so they foul intentionally. Leonard the pass to Parker. Green the screen. Parker with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
Aldridge dishes to Parker. Shoots over Walker. Count it!
And the shot from Parker there is just so clutch. What an unbelievable basket from him. He just gets it done on a regular basis.
Here's Walker with the 3. It's in! And that shot brings them to within just 1. Huge bucket.
I think the roof's about to come off this place.
Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Parker against Walker. Gasol, a screen on Walker. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
Yeah, and Parker just puts so much pressure on your defense with his speed, and he's made a living out of doing that.
And he is unable to get the second one. Monk kicks to Walker to take the lead. Buries the triple.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes to get a hand up on the three-point shot, but in this case, that didn't even affect it.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 3 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And I think they've got enough time to try and get the ball inside, and unless they get a wide open look on the perimeter, that should be what the focus is. Even if you miss at the rim, you've got a good chance to maybe try and draw a foul.
Here's Leonard. Count it!
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. And here's Walker outside.
No, he hits it. Just do that.
How about that shot? Incredible.
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
Man, I'm just blown away. Absolutely as clutch as you can get. People are going to be talking about that shot for a long time.
So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued